Greetings and welcome back to our channel, Film Express Racing Pigeons. And we are here in Adkins, Texas, southern part of San Antonio area with Mr. John Schmueckle. And good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
All right. Pretty good.
So how did you get involved in this type of hobby, racing pigeons?
Well, I had them when I was 9 years old. And I just had them since I was 9 years old. I started racing in 1968 or 67.
But you were born what year?
I was born May the 20th, 1937.
1937. Yes, sir. So can you tell us something? So you started having pet pigeons when you were 9 years old. So can you tell us something about that?
Well, my daddy didn't want me to have because he was going to have to feed them chicken scratch.
Okay.
Chicken feed, and they give the chicken mites.
Uh-huh.
So Tommy Schatz was a friend of mine. I went and bought some pigeons, commons, quarter a piece. Only had $1. Got four, quarter a piece.
So quarter a piece. Four pigeons for $1. And that was way back when you were born, 1937, you said?
Yeah, well, see, my dad didn't want me to have them. So I bought them. He bought them in a box, cardboard box.
Okay.
So it was my birthday. I had one birthday when I was 12. One birthday.
One birthday.
That's it. So I told you give me those a birthday gift.
Okay.
Daddy can't turn them down.
Yeah.
Be an insult.
Okay.
So I tricked my daddy. You know, he brought them. I told my dad, look what Tommy brought me. He looked at it, oh, God.
He doesn't like it. Because you will get the feeds for the chicken to feed the birds.
And they thought I was going to give them bites, and chicken mites and all that. But I didn't get bites. He couldn't turn down his gift.
Okay.
Because all of his kids were poor.
Uh-huh.
But he didn't know I paid for them, you know. So,
Yeah.
You know, that's why I started.
Okay. So who built your first pigeon loft?
I did.
You did, at the age of 9.
Yeah, my daddy brought me some old lumber.
Okay, so he doesn't have a choice this time.
I built it myself. Well, I built those, all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Everything wood.
Everything wood.
Yeah. I built the benches, everything.
So what happened, your dad doesn't really like you to have pigeons, but somebody gave you a pigeon as a gift when you were turning 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a choice. He can't turn it down because it's a gift bird.
Yeah.
And then you build your own loft, and your dad is the one who provided the materials. So can you tell us about that, the first loft that you built?
It was made out of wire, used wire for the laundry, used boards. Had to pull the nails out and straighten them out, use those nails, because we didn't buy nothing.
And then so what happened? Like, you build your loft, you have how many pigeons? 4 pigeons. Those are just common pigeons, right? They don't have bands, they don't have pedigree or whatnot.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I kept them, and then I got some more. Fantails.
Oh, you started with fancy pigeons, something like that.
Commons.
Commons. We
4.
call it commons.
4.
4.
Then I got a fantail.
Okay.
Then I got George Snow gave me my first homing pigeons. George Snow.
Okay. And you have friends also that has pigeons back in the day.
Felix Berg and Kimbrough Burke, the Dutchmen, they taught me how to fly pigeons. They helped me.
So what's the name?
Felix Berg.
Felix Berg.
And Kimbrough Burke.
Okay. Campbell Burke. And then you joined the club race.
Highland Park Club.
What is the name of the club?
Highland Park.
Because back in the day, there's no such thing as one loft race, right? It just started like 1990s or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Don Newberry is a good flyer, champion flyer.
Okay.
And we got to talking years back, and we was talking like old people, you know, and we said, one loss is going to be the future.
Okay.
They laughed at us and said, you crazy old man.
Okay.
There was only one loft, and now they got them all over.
Yes.
So we was right. They laughed at us.
Yes.
So that's going to be the future.
Yeah.
But we knew that a long time ago.
Long time ago.
They laughed at us.
Nice.
But yeah, we've been around for a long time. I won a lot of championships. I got a cabinet in there full of
Certificates, plaques.
everything.
Yeah.
First race,
Recognition.
binders that full thick.
So let me ask you, Mr. Schmueckle, before we ask some techniques and knowledge how to take care of the pigeons, right? So from being, when you were 9 years old, you went to school, of course, and you got married. So your wife supported for you having this kind of hobby, the pigeons?
Well, that's my first wife. We got
Okay.
divorced.
Okay.
Well, see, I rodeoed.
Rodeo.
And I was gone a lot of times on the road.
So you used to ride rodeo,
Bull riding.
bull riding.
That's all I did.
Oh my God, that's why you have this, right? And this is, just for the record, this is Frontier Town Rodeo Bull Riding 1960.
Champion.
You were a champion. There you go. I'm going to show this. I'll take a picture later. So they gave you this belt. This is a 1960 belt.
So the trophy is, the belt's not that old.
This, oh yeah, the trophy, but not this
Yeah.
belt. Yeah, I can tell. This is a silver belt. I don't know if they still make a silver.
It was real pretty when I first got it, but
Well, it is a silver, it says here.
yeah. Yeah, I know, but it was real more prettier.
Well, that's what happens with silver. They turn
Yeah.
And this is your saddle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. And how old is this saddle? If
Oh,
you
about
remember.
12 years old.
12 years old. Do you still have a horse in here? No.
So I got rid of the horse.
Okay.
I,
And this is your hat.
one of them.
One of
I
one
got
of
about
them.
6 of them.
6 of them. And can you tell us about something, the bull riding? Did you enjoy it?
I started when I was 17.
Started when you're 17. So 9 years old, you have your pigeons as your leisure or hobby, and then you also got involved with the bull riding when you're 17. But you did not leave the pigeons, right?
No, my cousin took care of when I was on the road.
While you were in the road, you have a loft man,
Yeah, my cousin took care of me.
your cousin, who also have pigeons, right?
Yeah, he had a few.
Did you pay your cousin while taking care of the pigeons?
No, we didn't have no money too much. I was on the road rodeoing.
Uh-huh.
And I went all over. I won.
Can you mention like what places you've been for the rodeo bull riding?
California, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, San Antonio, just about everywhere.
That's a lot of places.
They carried me out of the arena one time.
Okay.
I couldn't walk. My leg
Uh-huh.
could stick it with a pin. I couldn't feel it. Exotic nerve, was pinched. Well, the doctor said, "You never ride another bull again." 3 months later, I was on a bull's back.
Nice.
You cannot give up. You go in that arena, you know what's expected of you, you know what can happen. You know you're going to get it sooner or later, but you don't know when or how bad. I like surprises.
So you enjoyed bull riding,
Yes, sir.
and you also enjoyed the pigeons. So after the bull riding, you're going back home. You were so excited to see your pigeons, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're racing. How do you train your birds, by the way, back in the day?
Oh, it took about 2 miles. Young birds,
Uh-huh.
2 miles, and then we increase it.
Because these are the common question of some people that doesn't know about the pigeons, homing pigeons, racing pigeons, right? How do you manage to make them go back home or come back home? Can you tell something about that?
We take them short tosses at first, 2 miles. Then we increase. If they do good, we increase it to 4 miles. And it's built in their.
So let's say, I'm sorry to cut you. So let's say you have the breeders and they laid eggs and they hatched. Those are the young birds, right?
Yeah.
So how do you manage to make them go back inside?
God gave them that gift. Nobody really knows.
Okay.
They got a lot of theories,
Okay.
but I've been around too long. All of them ain't right. They say they fly by the sun. I'll clock birds at 12 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Where's
okay.
the sun?
So back in the day, do you have clocks? Like, the digital clock, or it's a manual clock.
Manual, everything manual.
Everything manual.
Well, we didn't have nothing fancy.
So like what you said, they were born and hatched, in that particular loft, and then they will start loft flying, right? Flying around the loft. And then from there you will toss them 1 mile, 2 miles, like that, and farther and farther until how many? What is the farthest mile that you toss them?
A lot of them take them 100 miles, 200 miles, but it's not necessary. Farthest I take them is 60 miles. Lots of times though.
They can manage to go 100 miles.
Oh, easy.
If you, for example,
I turned them loose at 60 miles in Austin, 60 miles.
And then
They beat me home.
Wow. And then you can toss them from 60 miles to 100 miles. You can skip 70, 80, 90.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
If they're coming good.
So I don't really need to, not necessarily 60, 70, 80. I can do like from 60 to 100.
Yeah, if they're coming good, if the pigeons are coming good.
So you started from common birds, and what breed? Do you remember what type of breed you have the racing pigeon, the one that has pedigree?
CJ Grooters, Husky Van Reels. You buy a pair for $35.
$35 for a
That was
pair.
way back.
Does it come with papers already? Oh, it comes with papers already.
Pedigree.
Pedigree. Yeah.
That's way back.
And that is the birth certificate, right? The records and
Yeah.
everything like that.
That's a long time ago.
Yes, sir. And how do you take care of your pigeons? Like, with the feeds?
Well, I feed them a good feed. I read a lot of books.
Okay.
Such champions. And what they feed. When I got all that stuff, all of them feed different.
Okay.
But what all of them do, they buy the best feed they can and the cleanest.
Yes.
And I'm racing, I use Purina Green. It's a pellet.
Purina green.
Purina Green, little
Okay.
pellet.
Okay. You use pellets.
Well, it's not like a pellet. It's kind of round.
Kinda round,
Like
yeah.
a pea.
Yeah.
Like a pea. Well, I started using that, and the guys at the club started laughing at me. That damn food ain't no good. You go, it ain't no good. Okay. That was years ago. So I flew with that feed. Come to fraternity, I took the first 6 places
Nice.
with that feed.
With that feed.
It ain't no good.
How do you diet them? Like, prefer them with race and everything like that?
Well, you just gotta watch their weight. I like to put weight on them, especially the long races. 1044, she flew 3 500s.
Okay.
2 of them back to back.
Nice.
1 week, next week again. Nobody can hardly do that.
Nice.
I broke a lot of records.
Nice.
They said I couldn't do it. I've done a lot of things.
You've done a lot of records.
They say they
beating the
can't be
records.
done. I've done it.
That is nice. So, for example, I'm going to have a race like 2 weeks from now. Do you make them heavy, feed them heavy, like put some more weight, something like that?
Yeah. A good pigeon in health don't eat too much. You watch them. I had a cock in the head at 1044.
Mm-hmm.
She flew. I got a binder there of all the diplomas she won, about that thick.
That's nice.
She got a record, a hell of a record. But what's good, her 3 sisters, all bred winners with different cocks.
Nice.
And her brother, too. So it's got to be coming from that blood.
And you still have the bloodline here of that 1044?
Some of it,
Some
not
of
all
them.
of it.
Because like now, like back in the Philippines, I used to have pigeons also when I was like, 12 or 11 years old. And my birds doesn't have a choice but to eat pellets. That's the only thing that I can afford. Real pellets, like, the long, round kind of thing. And when I came here, I mean, some fanciers there, they also have, like, we call it concentrate, like, mixture of, it's a rooster kind of feed.
Yeah.
And I cannot afford that because, I was just a young boy. But when I came here, I just realized that there are so many types of feeds. Like there's 13%, 12%, there's even 22% and 30%, I believe. So are you particular with those percentage of protein?
Yeah, I use a Bred Green, it's 18%.
Okay.
I feed all of them.
Okay. So what is the feed? How many % of protein all year round that you feed them?
18.
18. And then if you're gonna raise them, how many %?
18.
18.
I give them all they want to eat.
Okay. Are you also particular with like feeding them with corn?
No, corn's good. Pigeon, whole corn, pigeon corn smaller.
Uh-huh.
Popcorn's good, they say.
Yeah, the smaller one.
But popcorn. But it's very hard on the digestive tract.
Okay.
You take one of them, put it in your mouth, try to break it.
Correct.
Hard as hell.
Yeah.
I told a friend of mine that. He said, Dad, Johnny, 2 weeks later, Dad, you Johnny, I took that popcorn, I tried to break it, I almost broke my tooth.
Yeah.
Hard.
Do you give them peanuts also?
Never did. They didn't like them, so I didn't give them to them.
So how about the medications? How do you medicate your birds?
I stay away from medication as much as I can.
Okay. Natural immunization.
I vaccinate for PNV, that's about it.
Okay.
I had a laboratory. I
Okay.
still got part of it left.
Okay.
I went to the doctor.
Okay.
He said, took blood,
Uh-huh.
urine test. I said, well, it goes to the lab. I need a lab. So I sent up to Germany. I
Okay.
got a book. It took me a year to get that book from Germany.
Okay.
Study. I got the microscope,
Yeah.
and I could tell you everything exactly wrong with them.
So do you take the feces or the droppings of the bird or the blood?
The droppings.
The droppings, and then you check the droppings, and you can tell if they are sick or not.
Yeah, coccidiosis or the count and everything's in there, and the smoke, shows you in the microscope the count and everything.
And then you start medicating them if.
If they need it. I don't do it unless they need it.
Okay. How do you breed your birds? Like, do you do winner to winner, winner to a new bird, or you inbreeding, something like those kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, I have put a winner to winner, but don't always pan out.
Okay.
But
So winner doesn't mean it will produce another winner. Do you believe in that, like, because this is a winner, it will produce all winners, something like that?
it don't happen. You gotta know the birds, and I also breed for quick recovery.
Okay.
I go by the blood and the pedigree, sometimes. Same with bulls. A rope was the best.
Yes.
You gotta go with the best.
Correct.
And a bull, you get that rope, pound your hand and shit, you put it right here. Sit up on that rope.
Uh-huh.
Don't get back there, but sit up on that rope. If he turns into you, it's real nice. He goes with you. You got your hand this way. He turns the other way, it pulls a hell of a strain on your arm.
Correct.
You
And
gotta
you-
really hang on.
And you got lots of injury, you said, right, from
Yeah,
bull riding?
this boat here, they wanted to fix it.
Okay.
Dr. Hawkins just, they could have a re-break it,
Uh-huh.
set it, put a pin. I said, no.
So you keep on mentioning about 1044, and what is special about 1044?
She must have won 14 races.
14 races. Young bird, old bird race.
Yeah. He won 3 500s,
Mm-hmm.
400s, bunch, 300s. Tough races, all
Tough
tough.
races.
Them days it was tough. Brothers.
What is the strain of that 1044?
Huh?
What is the strain? The bloodline.
5-way cross.
5-way cross. So it's already your bloodline. And that's going to be a Schmueckle bloodline already.
I guess so.
Could be.
I sold some for
And you still have the grandkids of that 1044 here.
some not the pure ones.
So you can show us later what are the physical attributes of a bird that you look for,
I look at
to
the
have.
the heart of a bird. I don't know how to explain it to you.
Are you particular with for example, the wings, one pintail, the long body, short, upper body?
Deep. I throw deep kill, apple shaped, all kinds.
Okay.
At my time.
You know the funny thing, when I was a kid, we are so particular with the swaddle. The nose, the
Yeah.
swaddle. The bigger the nose of the swaddle, the better the bird. Maybe, because we were kids and we don't know anything about. So now, Mr. Schmueckle, will show us his loft. And how many birds do you have there in your loft?
Too many.
Loft. Did you build that loft also?
I built everything.
How long ago? So how many years that loft is already?
Well, my wife helped me.
Oh, she helped you.
When she wasn't sick.
Okay.
She helped me a lot.
That's nice.
She likes pigeons.
She supported you.
She wanted pigeons for her anniversary.
Wow.
Both of one diamonds and that stuff.
Really?
I had a magazine open the kitchen table. I want one of those. Wait a minute, they're expensive. Let's save something for next anniversary. So I called Frank McLaughlin.
Okay.
Frank McLaughlin. So what?
Frank McLaughlin. Okay.
Yeah, I said I got
He's a good friend. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, a good friend of mine.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll send the pigeon. You know me for a long time. I trust you. Send the money whatever you want to.
Okay.
Couple $1,000.
That's how nice, Frank.
He trusts me.
Because like I have a project for the military veterans, raising pigeons for military veterans. That's what I'm wearing now, the T-shirt. We give raising pigeons for the military veterans who wants to get involved in this type of sport, as an emotional support leisure for them. And Frank McLaughlin, as you mentioned, he is a really nice guy. He let us auction some birds in his auction site, best pigeons, and he did not ask for auction fee because there's an auction fee, but because he understand the project and to keep the project running, because we are not for profit organization, but we need to keep the project running. We need some funds, and he let us auction, and we received some donation birds. So what we did, we auctioned some birds and to keep our project running. So what is your advice for the new flyers, for the newbie? We call it newbie, who wants to be involved in this type of hobby. What is your advice?
You gotta like it. You gotta like pigeons. And do the best you can.
Okay.
That's about it.
And then it will develop the skills, the knowledge, how to take care of the pigeons, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us here. And we will show Mr. John Schmueckle's loft. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. So can you tell us about this loft that behind you?
Yeah, it's my breeding loft. Holds 18 individual breeding pens.
So you build this and your wife, right? Your wife and help you build this? Nice. What is the size?
What?
What is the size of this loft?
They're 8 by 24, both sides.
Oh, okay. Can we have a tour inside?
Yeah, it's pretty dirty though.
It's okay.
I've got some pigeons over there for Huffkin Van Reels.
Uh-huh.
Huffkin Van Reels and Grays.
Nice. So you're breeding them, or are you're breeders, right?
I just got them.
Oh, you just got them?
Young birds.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So this is a really nice this is your breeding loft. Okay.
Two sides are 24 by 8. Two sides. So it makes it 48, huh?
So lots of ventilation, right?
Yeah.
So how many birds or breeders you can put there?
16.
And what month of the year do you usually breed?
If I go to early bird, one off races early ones, I can start in December.
December. You breed them starting December, not November, because some people they do this November, right after the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how do you prepare them?
Well, I vaccinate them, clean them up, give vitamins, all kinds of stuff for the hands,
Okay. So this is your breeding loft, right?
Yeah.
It's nice. And he built this loft with his wife. These are young birds. Lots of ventilation. He has another one here. So this is back to back, Mr. Schmueckle. It's back to back, your breeding loft. That's a good size.
It's kind of dirty. I haven't had a chance to clean it.
Maybe you can hire me to clean it. So can you tell us about this, sir? This loft. This is your stock loft?
Yeah. Stock loft.
So do you separate the cocks and the hen?
Yeah. Cock's here, head's over there. Head's over there.
So these are the cock birds,
Yeah.
and the hens are in the other side. And then what is this?
I make those. Put grit in that. Vitamins. Minerals.
Okay. Oh, you build this?
Yeah, I built everything.
That's nice.
Everything. I built everything. These figures. I built everything.
This is nice. And this is nice. You have a, what do you call this? The feeder, the drinker.
Yeah, automatic water.
Automatic water. So it turns off when it's filled.
Yeah. See. Let's go change the fresh water.
And it turns off by itself. So how many birds that this can accommodate?
I guess 20
20?
each side.
Or each side, so
20
40.
Heads are over there.
Oh, so these are the hens.
They're there.
Nice.
See out there.
That's the hen. Yeah, they're all outside.
Want to go in there or what?
Yeah, we can oh, there's like eggs. There are. Do you think there's a cock in here? Because
Those are heads. These are heads in
oh,
there.
but they're just laying. It's yeah, they're just laying. Nice. So these are the hens. Really awesome. Do you remember the size of this loft, stock loft?
Gosh, I think it's 12 by 10. 12 by 10.
12 by 10
You know, each side.
each side, and you have a lighting here, and the ventilation. That's nice. At least they have a viewing here, and it's nice. And you have other lofts, right?
Yeah.
Let's show your other loft.
That's about it.
Yep, these are the cockbirds.
And you
Okay.
have,
I think you have two more in here.
I got those stockings. Keep some stock birds over there.
Stock birds also here. Can you show this to us,
Yeah.
please?
Some of those are from Samuel Wolf.
Okay.
You know Samuel Wolf?
Yeah.
From Samuel Wolf.
That's a nice one though.
It's pretty old. Pretty damn old.
So these ones are stock. They don't fly here, right?
No, they're not settled here.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
I got Samuel Wolf on that side over there.
Okay.
What? You want to take it from outside?
Yeah. Let me see. So this is nice. Oh, look at that. So this is another stock loft of Mr. Schmueckle. Let me see. So you also have the fresh water. So you also use fake eggs, huh? You also use fake eggs. So these are young birds.
Yeah.
2023. And what is that? Where's that bird that you mentioned earlier?
Which one?
The one that wolf kind of.
Oh, Samuel Wolf?
Yeah.
They were there. Cox.
Cox.
Got 5 of them.
5? You got 5 of them there?
Yeah, Wolf.
Nice.
Samuel Wolf.
Can you show it to us?
Yeah. Close the door.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Over there. There.
Oh, this 5. That's nice. So this used to be your flyer loft, right?
Yeah.
You used to be your flyer loft back in the day. But like what you said, you don't do training anymore. You don't do club racing anymore.
Yeah. We just fly.
So, can you tell something about that one bird, sir?
She's out about, I got her from Stockburg. She's out about good pigeons.
It's a stock bird.
Yeah, she's got a, I got her from a guy in Florida. He was in the magazine. He's a vet. She's got Mona Lisa in her and a wolf. Mona Lisa, a famous cock. Got a wolf in her. Mona Lisa.
That's nice.
She got some good pigeons.
So that one, did that one fly in the race?
What?
Did that one fly in the
No,
race?
I bought it. I raised it as a young bird.
Okay.
It ain't broke here. It's not broke. It's not broke.
Okay. So if I'm looking for a bird, so what do you consider for acquiring some birds?
Oh, you look at the wing, you know, and
So what am I looking for the wings?
oh, I like it. These 2 flights to be even.
The 2 flyers, the tent, and
Yeah.
it needs to be even.
I like it to be kind of even.
You like it even, okay.
The apple set.
Apple body or
Yeah, she got Mona Lisa and what's that other favorite bird of his? She's well bred. I'll turn her loose, huh?
okay.
We had a pasture fire, pasture burnt down. I went the next day, a lot of birds were pecking. They're eating
Okay.
that charcoal
Charcoal.
from the ashes.
Okay, so this is a charcoal, right?
Yeah, that was in the fire.
Okay.
They pecking it.
And this is a salt or
That's magnesium block. They like the magnesium.
Okay. Oh, magnesium.
Magnesium.
Oh, okay. That's nice. This is a really nice loft.
These are grenades. Grenades. That's about it.
That's about it. And this is another stock loft. And you used you call it brick, right? The roofing.
Put everything.
You put everything. And this that's nice. So, well, thank you so much again, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity, Mr. Schmueckle and Mrs. Schmueckle, opportunity to visit you here in your house and to do a loft visit. And Mr. Schmueckle mentioned to me earlier that you supported him.
Yes, I supported him since we built the lofts in '95.
Okay, can you tell me about it? Like how when you met Mr. Schmueckle, do you already know that he is involved with racing pigeons?
Yes.
And you don't have anything against it, right?
No.
Okay,
In
can you
fact,
tell me?
I helped him a lot with that. You know, from the beginning, I supported him in every which way I could. I even went with him sometimes in training him and all that.
I think that's one of the most important thing that, you know, our spouse, our partner supports us with this type of, you know, hobby, because there are not much of people really understand what we do. In regards with pigeons, they will be like, because I used to live in New York City.
Yeah.
And, you know, pigeons, they are like just under the bridge or subway and everything. And there's a bad impression about it. So they thought that we are taking care of feral pigeons. They are two totally different about it. I mean,
Right.
feral and the pigeons that we have, right? So can you tell us about, like, how did you meet each other?
Well, I knew his mother before I even knew him. So his mother knew, you know.
And you got
It was
married.
a long time. Yeah, we got married in '84.
So it's like a mutual already,
Right.
mutual relationship with like family friends, something
Right.
like that. And then when you met him, he already involved with the pigeons.
Well, he was out of it at that time, and then when he started back in '95.
Oh, because he is involved with the rodeo, right?
Yes, but that was before my time.
Okay.
He wanted to get into pigeons, and I said, well, okay.
Mhm.
You know, so we just built all the lofts.
So how did he manage? How did you manage that? Like, you know, you are doing rodeo and also doing the pigeons, right?
No, he was out of the rodeo at that time.
Oh, okay.
I got too old.
That was a long time ago. So he was already out of rodeo at that time.
Okay, like what he mentioned, every time he still have pigeons, but his cousin is the one taking care of his pigeons whenever that he is away.
Right, yes.
And then after the rodeo, he concentrated with the pigeons.
Right.
So you enjoyed it also, like, you know, the trainings.
Oh yes, I was always the first ones out there when, you know, on race day. I never gave up. He gave up, but I never gave up.
Isn't that nice, Mr. Schmueckle?
I always had, you know, I always stayed out there.
Motivating him.
And telling him when the birds were getting
Yeah,
there.
we flew a race out of Wichita, hard, 300, hard race, hot, wind blowing, hard, out of the south. And I was getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, they know what pigeon's going to make it. It take a good pigeon to make it. I'm from that station so long. It's a rough station.
So what is the most memorable experience together involved being with the pigeons?
Well, that race,
The Wichita?
I went and got some beer.
Okay.
Got 2 beers. And I was going to go back out there. It was getting dark.
Uh-huh.
I said, ain't no pigeon's going to make it. She says, there's a pigeon. I got on that big oak tree. Man, I ran like hell. There was
Nice.
325 trap. It was a sex bird. I won almost all the money.
Nice.
I got 2 birds in a drop. One was a club bird. But a sex bird was 325. Well, I bred out of him. His daughter wanted the next year. But it wasn't meant for her. I want to give up. I already gave up. It was dark.
And she said she did not give up and
Turn on the lights. I had to turn the lights on.
motivated you about that. Well, thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for letting me share your wonderful experience together, with our viewers. And ma'am, may I ask you, what is your advice for the spouses out there that has a husband that is so involved with this type of hobby, raising pigeons?
Well, I just agreed to what he wanted to do, and just helped him build the loft and got involved in that way. When you have to learn what's going on before you really like it, but it's something that you just have to. I guess I just felt like I had to do it.
And you did not discourage him, right?
No, I never discouraged anybody.
That is nice of you. Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, and we will be posting this and showing it to other fanciers to be an inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Schmueckle.